Hey guys, if you are trying to improve your pasture here on the homestead, then stay tuned. This is going to be the video for you. All right, so when we bought this place, this was it had been thinned by the logging crew years prior. And when we bought this, my wife and I could stand 6 feet apart from each other and not be able to see each other. Just brush, saplings, and all were about head high. And it was just very much overgrown. We've been here about 8 years now, and this is what I have it looking like now. This is the front portion of our property. We got a little bit of a gentle slope here, but I've gone through and I thinned some of this a little bit more than what that logging crew had done. And now what I'm dealing with is just very sparse grass. And so here is what I'm doing to improve that, okay? Currently, I've got the sheep on here. All right, let me zoom in for you. Okay, so we've got the sheep are down there, and I am rotationally grazing them. And this is new. I've worked with goats in the past and things like that, but now we're on to sheep. I just put them in this paddock here about 2 days ago. And let me show you the fence line difference right here. They've been here on the left side, okay? And so they've been eating this down for about 8 or 9 days. And then I just put them over here on this grass. And so what I'm doing is we're just using a 3-strand electric fence and kind of training them to this right now. And what I'm doing at the moment is I have got a cedar, pull behind cedar set up behind the 0 turn. And I've got fescue in there, and I've got ryegrass. And I'm trying to build up a perennial base here. I may get these words wrong, but I believe it's the fescue is going to be an annual, but it sprouts quick and will help control the erosion while the ryegrass takes hold. If I have those backwards, forgive me. I'm also going to put a link down below. I just was at Bass Pro the other day, and if you all are like me, Bass Pro is a little higher than what you want to pay. So I checked out their food plot mix, and then I went on to Amazon and had 10-pound bags of it sent to me. And it was a little bit cheaper, but it is, there is pelleted clover in here. It's a clover mix, so it's got more variety of clover than I can even get here at my local farmer's co-op. And then it's got alfalfa in there as well. So I did about 10 pounds of alfalfa and then 10 pounds of a clover mix. The seed's kind of high, but you got to keep in mind with clover, it will spread. And so I'm doing this very thin. I think they were recommending something like 10 pounds to an acre, and that is way more than I'm going to do. But the sheep got moved out of here a couple days ago. We're getting a little bit of rain. It's springtime. I'm still in a prime time to be able to spread seed. And what I'm doing is I am going along, pulling this cedar, and I am reseeding this very lightly. Probably half of what maybe the requirement should be, because I do have some grass, right? I'm just trying to improve it, the alfalfa and clover. So I am in the ryegrass and fescue, sorry. I am reseeding it, and then I'm going to go along, and all this sage grass that they didn't want to eat, which in their defense, nothing eats it. I've had cattle in here before, and I've had goats, and they don't eat it. So I'm going to take and mow all that down on the highest setting. And then all these briar stems, you can see they've picked off the leaves on a lot of these briars, but they left the stems. And so I'm just going to go through and mow them down. You can see their hair gets all tangled up in these briars. I'm going to go and mow all that down, and that'll give the seed a little bit of cover here. And as we're getting these spring rains, everything should take off. So I just wanted to share with you how I am improving the pasture. It is not an overnight thing. This is just step by step and little by little. And over the years, eventually it's going to be as lush as I want it to be. It's getting a very park-like setting now, though, and things are coming along. So I don't think you need to watch me zip around on the mower. I drive pretty slow. I'm spreading that grass seed, and then I'm going to come back over and knock down that high stuff, let it mow, and it might, or I'm sorry, let it rain. That all that debris that I cut down is going to cover them seeds. And it might be, shucks, it might be more than a month before they're back on this paddock, or longer. So I hope that helps you, just trying to give you ideas on how to improve your pasture over time. It's not going to be an overnight thing. I'm probably going to move the chickens in here shortly and let them pick through some of this maybe after some of the seed starts to come up, and keep them about a week behind the sheep. So we'll go at it like that. All right, folks, if you found this useful, helpful, please put a link, a comment, or like or share down below. And I am just here to help and share my experiences over these 8 years, and give you all the knowledge you need to succeed on your own homesteads. So, all right, folks, until next time, we'll see you then. Mountain Wizard out. See ya.